Okay, we're going to answer your question about finances, how to get financially free. All right, this is a question in my Durianrider.com coaching group. I want to improve my financial gains. Can you coach me? I'm ready to grab the bull by the horns a bit and ask the person what their goals are, etc. Because I always got to understand, and you got to understand too, people, what is my goal? What is the goal here? So he wrote back, it means telling them not to worry about paying rent or worry about bills on medical expenses. I have one son, teenage son, and a stepdaughter, also teenager, and our person is a truck driver in the USA. So I commented back, have you seen Breaking Bad? Have you seen Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad is essential viewing for everyone. And every time I watch the whole Breaking Bad, I get more insights on that male, female, provider dynamic, desperation, economics, greed, power tripping, crime, just the whole human element. And it is an incredible series, Breaking Bad. Everyone should go watch it. So my advice, my experience, all right, let's just backpedal a bit here. I'm 47 in a few weeks. I've been dead broke, homeless, and super happy. I've made more money than I ever have to even spend in my lifetime, and still happy with that. I've been around. I have peer group people whose parents fly them on private jets. Okay, I speak with some of the biggest names in professional sport off record. I get to schmooze with USC people, corporate lawyers, like just, people with finances, okay? And also their children, all right? Some of the children of, and I'm not going to drop any names, all right? A lot of these conversations I have with private people trust me, and I respect that trust. And a lot of people come to me with problems with their children, people who have a lot of money, like beyond what you can understand of money, and their children. The biggest problems I see are people who have the most money. The biggest problems with the kids, the parents have the cash. All right, here in Adelaide, Australia, the rich houses have much more problems with their kids than the poor houses. But you don't really see that because the media doesn't see it. But if you're in the inner circles, you do see it. By problems, I mean eating disorders, Xanax abuse, drug abuse, etc. Private school staff, bullying, it is insane. Suicide rates, etc. So, a lot of guys out there like, I want to provide, I want to make sure I'm financially set and be able to, my family have to worry about money or rent or medical expenses. And yeah, that's admirable. That's a masculine trait, and it's a provider thing, and it feels good to be able to do that. But also understand, the more money you give your family, the more problems they're going to have. When we give people money and support them like that, we make them emotionally weaker. It does, especially if we're giving money to teenage boys, or even especially teenage boys, because it's basically we don't help them grow. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this as well. Even Tony Robbins talks about this as well. And I've observed it in my experience. All right, so if you want to raise your children the best, raise them in poverty. That's my conclusion. All right, 47 in a few weeks, traveled the world, hanged out with some of the rich of rich financial, and also been in the slums. I go the polarity. Talk with people in the slums of slums in the Philippines, and talking in New York with the kids who fly around on daddy's private jet. All right. So the extremes there, and I guarantee you, the kids from the slums are a lot more grounded and have a lot less issues and a lot less stress than the people who have more cash. And is there a balance point in between? Yes, no. I would say the people from the slums, man, that's a special breed, all right? And not everyone's perfect in any realm. You have your good, bad, and ugly in every reality there, every demographic. I'm just saying in general, if I had kids, I would raise them in poverty, simple living, closer to nature. You're going to have a lot better, because that's what we're designed for. Our human brain isn't designed for money, status, cash, fucking materialism bullshit. It's not designed for that at all. Excessive materialism bullshit. And you give your kid a pair of Jordan 4s. Like, I sell people shoes, okay? For the last 30 years I've been a shoe seller. And when someone says my kid wants some Jordan 4s, I'm like, I say it straight up. Like, if you're buying your kid Jordan 4s, that kid's going to have a shit life, man. If you want Jordan 4s, you should be able to go out there and work and hustle and earn those, and then you'll be grateful for them. If you're a 12-year-old If you're a 12-year-old and you got Jordan 4s, or if you're 15, your parents buy Jordan 4s, man, I know you got depression, man, because you got nothing to like really work for, and you're just like, you know. So again, this isn't the answer people want. People are unsubscribing. This is the fucking facts, man. And people can learn it fast now, or they can learn the hard way. So when we pay people's rent, we make them fucking lazy, man. We make them lazy. And yes, it's getting way tougher out there. It's getting so much tougher out there in society. But again, I'm with the rich kids who don't have to worry about money. And they're all fucking depressed, all right? The rich kids, mum and dad, they buy them a house. They buy them a fucking Porsche. They're depressed as fuck. Especially because they have expectations from their parents now as well. Dad bought me a house, and dad bought me this, mum bought me this, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the expectation that comes along with this, and the kids don't have that brain to deal with it. The executive function's not really fully developed there. So these kids out there, they're popping Xanax and shit, and it's just... The best thing you can do is fucking raise your kid in the fucking tent in the bush, man, in a camper van or something, and spend time with them, and eat out of bins, and live the simple life. The kids are going to be way more ground. And we all know this to be true. We all know this to be true. Let's say that you go out on a date with someone, or you know someone, let's say that was raised in the bush with the wolves and the fucking rabbits, right? And they out at the dumpsters, and they learn all this bushcraft shit and this hippie stuff, and they know all this different types of butterflies. Here's the thing, right? If you want someone to look after your house, and they know 100 different types of wild insects, are you going to trust them more? You know you are. You might hate insects and be like screaming at a fucking rat, but you know if the person understands rat psychology or can identify 100 different birds or 100 different animals in your garden, you're going to be thinking, man, this person's like, okay, they're sort of interesting and wacky, but I trust them. Okay? That's fact. We know that. The kids who can identify the animals are just a lot more mentally sound. So I encourage parents, spend less time at work and spend that time with your kids instead. Okay? Rent is free. All right, there's this big thing about, and I can say it because I've been homeless. Like it's the best. Some of my best years, peak experience years, was when I was dead broke, living on welfare, homeless, camping out, and studying freaking praying mantises on the beach in Queensland. Like some of the best years ever, some of the best experiences ever were then. All right. And I've stayed in hotels that are fucking insanely expensive. And I'm like, yeah, it's sort of fun and novel, and it's more of a flex on Instagram, really. But if you give me the option tonight between the best hotel in Adelaide and camping up Mount Lofty, and I'm by myself, I'm going camping up Mount Lofty. And I can't flex the hotel room on Instagram and shit. I'm going Mount Lofty camping with my BB bag. And I'd often do that, just go and camp under the stars just to reset, reground. So that's my deal. Quit your job, live out bush, homeless, dumpster dive, live simple, rice, beans, sugar, fruit, and spend as much time with your kids. Fuck off the phones, fuck off the computers, in terms of like where we're getting our entertainment and focus from, and spend time in nature. All right. And if we can't do that, then we need to do that. And that's going to be like, again, I've got people, the doctors, the lawyers, the accountants, the people with the cash, right, the surgeons, the people who own the radiology clinics or whatever, or just in Melbourne, I got so many stories to tell you, man, and their kids are all fucked up. They're all fucked up. Eating disorders, drug issues, alcohol abuse in teenagers. It's just, you know what I mean? So parents out there, you're getting scammed thinking making more money is going to be better for your kids. You know what's going to be better for your kids? Spending as much time sober with your kids as possible. And doing sport and kicking the footy, riding a bike, swimming in the fucking dams, lifting stuff from dumpster diving and shit. Like, do you know how much good stuff's in the dumpsters, man? Like, whenever I say eating from bins, it's like you're eating from Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street, right? Literally, the bins, like, Natasha's like, I said to Natasha that, I was like, did you get something from the bin? She says, no, they're pressure cleaning the bin. They're hygienically cleaning the bin. I'm like, okay, just waiting, It's like the bins, it's just like, These corporate bins, man, the stuff they throw out, it's insane. It's fucking insane. Do you know how many thousands of dollars I save every few months on food because I'm eating from these corporate bins where they throw out this stuff? I'm like, why is this organic salad bin? Why is $500 of organic juice in the bin? It's not even used by date yet. Why is this in the bin? Why is that in the bin? Why is this Gore-Tex jacket in the bin? Oh, it's got a little micro cut in it. Like, it's crazy what's in the bins. So that's what I'd be recommending. And then when you teach your kids the simple life, mate, they are free. They will less likely to get involved with drugs. And I mean, I said less likely. It's not a guarantee because anyone's kid can get involved with drugs. Meth, fucking shit like that. It's just, you can live the most pure life. And your kid goes into town, they like a guy or they like a girl, and they're at a party, and someone's like, hey, try this, or what's that? I don't just try it, and then poof, and then you're done, you lost your kid. So that can happen, all right? So you can do all the hardest work ever. It won't guarantee that protection from meth, etc., but it will definitely, strengthen, bolster the kid's emotional muscle to say, nah, mess fucked up. I watched Breaking Bad. No thanks. Sitting down watching Breaking Bad with your kids. You know what I mean? Like, shit, fuck yeah. So one mobile phone for the family. It's more time in nature. So that's what I recommend. And medical bills and stuff like that. If people, that's the thing is, if people know that their medical bills are being paid, they're like, why the fuck would I give up cigarettes? Why would I give up eating meat? Why would I give up alcohol? Why would I give up this? Why would I give up that? Why would I give up late nights? Why would I give up all this stuff? My bills are paid, all good. So again, that generosity can actually be killing people with kindness. Okay, killing people with kindness, man. The worst thing we can do with people who don't have money but have the ability to make their own money is give them money. It's just going to make them weaker and softer. In the end, they'll have subconsciously more spite and disrespect for us. How much money do I spend on my girlfriends? Zero. I teach them how to make money. We make money together. All right. I learn them things like bicycles and stuff, but that's all still mine. Because if you go out there and just splash cash, people just, they don't really respect you, to be honest. I'm not sure what it is. And we all like gifts and stuff, but then there's this expectation of more and more and more. It's like, well, last year you gave me this, but now you're going to give me this. Like, what the fuck? Like, ask any celebrity out there, anyone who's won the lottery, even me, myself, like, people just get weird, man. You give someone something or a shout out, and they're like, oh, you gave me a shout out, but you didn't give me a shout out. Look, but it just goes from there and there and there. So it's like, that's just, human natured, humans at the end of the day. So that's a big mistake, a big trap parents fall into is, I've got to work harder to provide for my kids. And I guarantee you, man, it is sincere. They're sincere. Definitely the motivation is there, sincerity, but it's sincerely wrong. You send your kids to private school, they're going to get bullied a lot harder. They're going to get exposed to much better quality of drugs in private school because the money's there than the kids going to public school and shit. But it's just, the best thing to do is pull your kids out of school, homeschool them, spend time with them, live fucking budget life, man. Live the budget life. You'll have the best experience with your children compared to being at work and then the internet raises your kids. The internet's going to raise your kids or you're going to raise your kids. It's 2024. You don't have a choice. If you're at work, the kid's on the phone, it's game over. They're getting influenced with all the bad things and it is game over. And then you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole. Meanwhile, you're working to provide for this kid who's just getting fucked up by the internet. You know what I mean? What's the point of that? What's the point of that?